Hey, fifth graders, welcome to week 3. I hope you guys had an awesome spring break, that you relaxed, got outside, had some fun. We are excited that you're back, that we're back to doing some more fun learning activities at home. And this week's science, I think you're going to really like. So this should be day 2, and we're going to get an intro. Yesterday you read some things and watched a couple of videos, and now you're ready to start this week-long experiment, okay? So in this week's activity, you are going to be an intrepid explorer. And you guys should know what that means from our language arts curriculum, where you were reading about all kinds of explorers and the risks that they took to explore new lands and to find new places. And this week, you get to be an intrepid explorer. You get to be a pioneer, and you're going to explore a new territory. And I'm going to walk you through that. I'm going to introduce you to some of my friends who are going to help us find and gather information so that you can make good decisions. So what's going to happen is you're going to imagine that you live in a town called Rivertown. And when you first moved to Rivertown, you guys, there was like nobody there. It was, very few people, and it was a town literally on the river. And people who moved there and lived there, like you, were planting crops and using that water to drink and water to water their gardens and to plant food and to feed their animals. And it was great and it was wonderful and you loved it there, except more people kept coming and more people kept coming. And so over time, Rivertown filled up, and you guys are kind of tired of it and you want to find somewhere new. Well, guess what? The only new place that's close enough is unexplored territory. And so what you and your friends decide is that you are going to go ahead and take off across the mountains and go see what is beyond those mountains, what is in that unknown territory. You want more space? Here's one of the problems with the space east of Rivertown. There are no rivers and no lakes, and it barely rains at all. It's like a desert area. So you need to figure out how you're going to access fresh water for your new town, for your new space that you're going to be in. What did we read about yesterday? Groundwater. Groundwater is water that exists in aquifers under the ground. It's part of the water cycle that we learned about 2 weeks ago, and it's how you and your team feel like you're going to be able to build a new town in this area where there's not rivers and there's not lakes. Okay, so you're not worried, but you're going to have to do some work. You're going to have to figure out where it is that you're going to set up this town. There's a whole big space. There's a whole big area out there. And where is it that you're going to build? Okay. And to make that decision, you have to know where to dig for water. So over the course of this week, you're going to be finding some clues. There's going to be clues out there that you're going to be getting to figure out where to dig for water. So the very first step, the very first part of this experiment is getting a map for these areas. So lucky for you, I have a good friend who's a map maker, and they're going to join us. He's going to join us here in just a little bit and give you some tips, give you a map that he's laid out of this area, and you will know exactly, have lots more information about the land and what it looks like, because lucky for you, staying at the River City Inn is a map maker who just mapped out this territory.
Oh, hello. Come in. Oh, Miss Keys did say you were coming. I'm Carl, the cartographer. Here just finishing up my maps of east of Rivertown, brand new territory. Oh, it's exciting to know that others are headed out to explore, and I'm glad to be of assistance here. I have put together several maps of the extensive area east, and I hear you're headed out to start your own town. Wow, impressive. You'll have some decisions to make. There's quite an impressive area out east and many different landscapes to look over and decide about where you might decide to settle down. So if you take your maps here and organize them in order as they connect as they should, you'll be able to see and make some decisions. Here, let's help. My sure you can see the maps. Here they are. Yes, okay. Over here, we have the Mystery Mountains, and then the Thirsty Hills, followed by the Dusty Flats and the Sandy Canyon. Yes. Okay. So you'll need to go ahead and take a look at all of these areas and make some decisions about where the best place will be for you to dig a well. Where do you think the surface water will exist? Ooh, that's a tough decision, tough assignment ahead before your journey, but I recommend taking a look at the maps and reading all of the directions, and good luck.